So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Jackson from the shotgun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Jackson.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
On 3rd down, Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he's got room. 20. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
From the 10, 1st and goal. They'll run with Dobbins. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
The ball carrier.
Well, every now and then we have to let fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. This is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
One more time with Dobbins. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
At the 6-yard line.
Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker, Justin Tucker, out onto the field. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. First carry for Nick Chubb. And from the of 4. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. They give the Chubb out of the gun.
Mayfield with the give.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And he gets it away.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right at
no gain on the play. It'll be second down.
On the play. 2nd and 10.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Mike 14. Mike 14. Let's go. Deep tighten up.
Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Brings up
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Breaks a tackle and out of bounds across the 15-yard line. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
It's a gain of 34.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover or put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Mayfield now from the 50. He's going to let this one go deep. He's got it at the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
To number 89.
A big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Browns have taken the lead. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes the score Browns 7, Ravens 3.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So as they take it over, we step aside. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. He's back to throw here to start the drive. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Ravens. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
7, Ravens 3.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. This time, Jackson will throw it. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jackson flushed out right. He'll run it. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs. Able to improvise and get the first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
They'll take over first.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
Andy, do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. On first down, Chubb going to get forward for only about a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 44, Mayfield. Forced out to his left. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked up by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Jackson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. From the gun, Jackson. And the pressure gets to him again.
Lamar Jackson.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Now Landry. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10, right at the 30.
56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check 56. 56.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards, the final tally. Working out of the gun. Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Odell
Beckham.
Cleveland.
His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general.
And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 30. 10. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives. So a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator is a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Throwing, Mayfield. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland. 44 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
A loss of a yard. Brings up second and
A second and 11 from the 19. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30.
ball carrier.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson, and complete to Zach Ertz. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
4 yards. That's another Baltimore first down.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
At the 11-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
At the 10-yard line.
Now 2nd and 9 from the 10.
14's the mic. 14's the mic. Ready? Mike 14. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Mike 14.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Zach Ertz in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens have retaken the lead.
Well, someone has a sense of the dramatic here, don't they? Scoring this late in the half to take the lead going into the locker room.
Now they just don't want to misstep misfortune on the next kickoff because there's still a little bit of time left on that clock.
Yeah, you do have to bring that up, don't you? In the NFL, every play is critical. If you give up something cheap there, all that advantage they just gained goes right out the window.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. drive about to get started. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. The third quarter starts with a run by Chubb. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Chubb, the ball carrier.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And again, it's Chubb. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
At the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. And it's third down.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on fourth down. Here's Jamie Gillen now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line.
6-yard line.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
5-14. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. 5-14.
Right back to Dobbins on first. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett. Coming in to drop him.
A 2-yard loss brings up third down and 12.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. From the gun, it's Jackson out to his left. And he's going to go down again.
Jackson sacked.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
First down.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Mayfield on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete.
For number 89.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Well, we're in Baltimore, third quarter action, 2nd and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. This one caught by Davis. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 16. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Complete to number 8.
A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns have retaken the lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And that is incomplete. He was looking for Stephon Sullivan there. Third down here.
Complete. Brings up third down and 8 yards to go.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Jackson. He can run for it, and he will. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield.
Myles Garrett. A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12. At the
on 2nd and 12, Jackson. And now he'll tuck it and run. He's got the first down and more inside the 40.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 38. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
14's the mic. Watch the screen. Pass. 13.
From the gun, Jackson. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability, the Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. And, Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And, partner, I expect that number to go up this year. Last season, Lamar Jackson got very comfortable with his tight end group. In fact, he had one tight end and went to the Pro Bowl. But I think now, because of his ability to run the ball, it'll bring defenders closer to the line of scrimmage, and you'll see more big plays from the wide receivers downfield.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was trying to find Equanimous St. Brown, and it's 3rd and 5.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And this one goes nowhere, losing yardage back at the 22. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
And it bangs off the right upright, no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound Brandon no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
Number 20, just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. 16 yards, a first down.
And the Browns' first down.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he gets it down to the 32.
Mayfield with
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Check, 47. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. March 47. March 47.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 yards there, 1st down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku. And it's 2nd down. Mayfield to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And he will take it on out to the 20-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Now a dump off here complete. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
At the 24-yard line.
Here's Jackson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Jackson to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
At the 46.
When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb.
Today's final score, Browns 21.
So Cleveland able to come.